if you have a non-profit organization, you need to make sure that your non-profit organization has a business model, because there are other things where you need to pay for.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief.
How to create a non-profit organization website? Good question, seriously, good question. The thing is, it depends what you need your website for. So the question is, how to create a non-profit organization website. So it depends what you need it for. So let's go to the drawing board. I'm going to describe some situation. If you're thinking about getting your own website, it's important to know what you need it for. So when you have a website, let's say you have a website, think about, okay, what's my goal? Do I want to inform people? Do I want to get people to buy something from me? Or do I want people to take action? It's important to know what your goal is. Second, what you need to ask yourself is, okay, how can people find my website? How? So do they find it with social media? Do it find it with YouTube, for example? Do it find it with Google? Do it find it with Facebook? Or do they find it with Reddit? So you see here, this is the traffic. Yeah. The reason I'm saying that is because if you invest in a lot of money in creating a website, let's say you invest 600 or 900 or 2000 in creating a website for your nonprofit organization, how do you get this back? And when do you get this back? See, it doesn't matter how much you invest in it. How do you get it back and when? Sometimes people invest time, so they learn how to make a website themselves, and they need to get the time back. So I do not know how much your time is worth. By the time, you're not getting it back, but you need to get traffic to the website. So most people think, hey, I need to have a website, but what happens if you have a website and nobody visits the website? Yeah, it doesn't mean when you create a website, it will be searchable on Google or Bing or whatever. You need to have traffic. Okay, I hope what I'm saying is logical for you, but keep that in mind. Yeah, so we need to have traffic. That's why I talk about this here. How do you get traffic? You think from social media. Thing is, people see a lot of information out there, and it doesn't say that when you post something, people will see it. Most time you need to post it often or regularly, consistent, then people will look at it. Then you get some traffic. And building this up takes like 6 months, sometimes years, sometimes 2 years, sometimes 3 years. So I'm doing something wrong. Sometimes 3 years. So it's not going to help you. So the question is, what is your goal? Is your goal just to inform people or not? Because sometimes I see people, they invest a lot of money in making a website, but that's it. The website is there, but nobody is visiting it. And they say, hey, my website is not bringing any profit or anything. Or it doesn't bring me any money. It doesn't bring me any people. It doesn't inform people. And if you look at this, when you look at non-profit organization, most of the time they have to go just to inform people what they do. That's the goal. And they have another goal to be found. And when they be found, for example, if they're looking for volunteers, they need to be found on Google, right? And what people most time forget is Google gives you the option to create a business page. If you have a non-profit organization, you have certain kind of benefits. Same apply for, let's say, Canva. Canva is also a website. If you're starting out and you can prove that you're a non-profit organization, you have certain kind of benefits. So a lot of online companies like Zoom or Google, a lot of online companies give you certain kind of benefits when you're a non-profit organization. That's also one reason why people want to have a non-profit organization. So if you look at all these things, you need to ask yourself, do you really need a website? Because if I create a business page on Google, I can refer to my website by going to a link, right? But if people only look this thing, I need to manage my business page on Google. Because if you have a website, you need to manage the website. So this is the website, this is the website. You need to manage the website and you need to manage this. It costs a lot of money. And you do not only pay money to create the website, you also pay money to manage the website. So technically it's something that you need to do every time. And trust me, it's not worth it if you don't have enough traffic. So you're asking yourself, okay, if there is all of these benefits, what is the best way to use this? Think about it. If you look at here, let me give you an example. You have a trend going on where people can create a link where they connect all the social media. So let's say you're creating a page with a domain name and they connect all the social media. Why not create this for your nonprofit organization? Let's say you have a nonprofit organization. This is your goal to inform people what you do. You create a PDF, a brochure with everything you do. You can create it with canva.com. I'll explain that in another video. So you create it with canva.com or with Photoshop, doesn't matter what you do. Yeah. You put it on your Google Drive and you put the link in here. Yeah. You create a Google business page. You put the correct keywords in, and what you do when you're open, you put the link of this. So this link of this page in here. You do not need a website. Yeah. So let's say we do not need a website. We already have this. So let's say you have a Facebook page. Same story. You create a Facebook page. You fill the things in, everything, and then you put the link in here. Yeah. So technically, the only thing which you need to do is to manage your social media and put everything in here. And you can create a link. And most of the time, they offer you on domain. So what you just need is a domain, and you can replace this, and then you have one page with all your social media and all the stuff. This is technically one example. Yeah, I use BioLink. You also have Linktree, but I think BioLink is better. It's free, and if you have a nonprofit organization and you don't have a lot of money, you can just go to bio.link, or you can find the link here in the description. You can create a page, you can make it, and then you have a website. People can find you. So if you have social media and you have certain kind of profile, you can just refer to this link and then you're good to go. So here you see, for example, you see here the social medias. You say something about it and the links. If you have a brochure where you can put everything what your nonprofit organization is doing, you can put it in here. In the brochure, you can create it with Canva. So if I go to Canva, say let's see here Canva. You see here Canva. You can create graphics for free. If you meet the requirements of non-profit organization, you can get it for free. And then, boom, you have a website. You have social media that can refer to the website. And you have your way of creating your brochure. It's that simple. And let me tell you one thing. It's all free. Free. You don't have to pay anything. Yeah. There are a lot of options out there. Doesn't mean this option will work for you, but I can tell you one thing: when you do this, it's for free. You can start out and build it up. And like I said in many videos, that is free. It's okay, but it doesn't mean your nonprofit organization shouldn't have a business model. So this may be free, but if you have a nonprofit organization, you need to make sure that your nonprofit organization has a business model, because there are other things where you need to pay for. So if you have a proper business model and everything is working fine, it's good to go. You can pay for those costs. You do not have to rely on donation or other stuff. So you need to create a proper business model so you can help your cause. So think about those things. When you create that, it's nice. Why is that? Because nonprofit bring benefits. But if a company see that your nonprofit organization has a stable financial stuff, and it's stable, they are willing to do more business with you than when you don't have that. Because most of the time you see when people look at some non-profit organization, they will look, okay, this one rely only on donation, or this one has this and that. Okay, which one are you going to choose? And if you can show them, hey, we have a stable business model, we have income and that, but we are willing to develop more to help our cause, and we need your help for. And then people will see, okay, the money that you're giving us will not go to the cost, but the money that you're giving us will go directly to to the people or the things, to the goal. And that's something you need to keep in mind. So if you have question about this, or you're creating a non-profit organization, you don't know where to start, or you don't know how to create a website, or you want us to help, just go here, press Law Center, you go on a Discord or community. We'll try to help you. In a community, sometimes we have some legal session where we give some free legal advice. We can also help you with that. If you need legal documents during the session, you can ask question about it. In Law Center, you can also ask question about it. If you find this information useful, buy me some coffee. It's just $3 or $4 or $5. Yeah, it's up to you.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be